So, let's talk about turning a friendly conversation or a free session into a sales conversation. I love this. I'm so excited to give you all this because it's ninja level. Ain't nobody out there teaching it. I found my own way, figured it out, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Because there's a moment where I had to get out of my own way in service to this other person who so obviously hadn't yet connected the dots that I could help them. And just a word to y'all who are doing free sessions. So I am very much a fan of focusing on going into the sales conversation, the discovery conversation, the clarity conversation, and really having a powerful conversation with people where we can put a long-term solution in place, or at least a appropriate solution given their true problem, given their true struggle and what they need, versus a band-aid of a free session, which like most might convert into a couple of more paid sessions, more of the tarot card reader model, or where they're buying a single session, something like that. I don't know why I thought of tarot. It could be a lot of things, and a lot of coaches have their business model set up like that. And what we want y'all to be doing is, so ideally you're not doing free sessions, because free sessions I think are confusing for people, both you and them, because they truly think they're getting a free session, and you probably give them, people in my world, I mean, we give maybe to a fault, so I'm sure you give them amazing value and really do knock their socks off. But there's a part of you at the back of your mind wondering if, how, maybe, all of this chatter about how do I convert them, how do I sell them, whatever words. I don't like using that terminology because I don't believe people are there to convert or to be sold to, but let's use enroll. But I'm glad I mentioned that. The part of this is getting really square with your words and being able to say it, even if it is one of those things. But generally, I speak of enrollment. I speak of those powerful conversations. So, oh goodness, I think I lost my train of thought. I'm so excited about this, y'all, really. And it is exciting, right? Because you're hearing the back, okay, the mind state, the head state of all that stuff. I know I can help them more. I know I can help them more. Like, there's no way I can solve what they're asking me to solve in an hour or even half an hour. There's no way. They need more. They need more. Like, all of that's going on in the background in your head as you do your awesome and totally help them, right? So the tricky thing is, when we give free sessions, folks may feel fixed, may feel like they got helped, and they're less inclined to buy. That's the other reason why I do suggest just taking people into the strategy session, into the sales conversation, and giving them what they need. And so that's just the bit about free sessions. The friendly conversation. So either because you just met this person, but you totally hit it off in that initial conversation, maybe it's during that connection conversation where right after the initial conversation, where they revealed that you could help them by blurting out like, oh my God, I need that, or just telling you, like I often get people, because I do messaging work, I have intuitive messaging that I just can see, and I help it pull it out of you, and it works and people really get it. So when people hear that, often they'll say, oh, nobody understands what I do. That's often what I'll hear. So they didn't say I need you, but they said they expressed having a problem that I can solve, right? So in those cases, you really want to be, when you hear that, is you want to be exploring and having those intentional questions and really sniffing around that topic and asking and delving and not pouncing, but sniffing around, exploring it, asking questions from all sides, from your expertise about the thing they said they needed that you can help with. Now, and once you hear that, and your brain may be going nuts, I know mine was back then, brain is going nuts, and oh my goodness, because I can help them, I can help them, I can help them, but how do I do this? What if they get mad? What if they feel pressured? What if they feel sold to? What if they think that the only reason I, wanted to talk to them was because I was going to sell to them? Like, I mean, all this stuff, right, guys? I mean, do I need to go on and on? One of the things through my work, I've realized how much stuff is kind of universal and what's totally unique to Sarah. And that's one of the more universal stuff, that mind chatter. It just gets us every time. So since the universe is throwing people at us all the time that we can help, in the grocery store, at the playground, at a party, at a networking event, online, Facebook groups, whatever, we gotta navigate this tricky and somewhat sensitive conversation because we want to stay connected to these people. We like these people already. So that's that initial, you just met them, but you're already kind of friends. You know how that is. Then there's also people you've known for months or years that you would consider a friend. Maybe it's a friend from college. Maybe it's a friend from childhood. Maybe it's somebody you met at a networking event 3 years ago, but you really, really like that person. It's a friend. So how do you turn that conversation in a way that isn't manipulative, that isn't sneaky, that doesn't catch them off guard? All of it. And here's what I'm going to tell you guys. It's ridiculously simple. And I'm going to give you the phrasing here in a second. Because you guys, I would love for you guys to go use this and say this when you see people needing what you need or needing what you have. And I know that there's a lot of mindset work that is needed to feel confident enough and powerful enough in your work, in your value, to make these words actually come out of your lips. So definitely want y'all to go out and use it, but if you find yourself resisting it or not saying it or thinking it but not letting it out of your mouth, there's a lot of mindset stuff that we need to do as well to make it safe and comfortable enough for you to actually say it. This is a very, especially for a woman with our feminine survival instincts, I haven't really gotten into that today at all, but women generally will be afraid of disconnecting with people. It's a survival instinct. So turning a friendly conversation into a sales conversation is one of the most fraught moments of potential disconnect, as I call it, potential disconnects that we gals got. It's really, I mean, it's up there. It's way up there. Oh, yeah. So, but we can do it, and it's so genuine, and because you're not sneaky, you're not manipulative, you're not slimy. So this is just a very loving and honest and open way to connect the dots for somebody who just doesn't see that you can help them yet. So I'll tell you the story, and by way of where I found these words, and by way of that you'll get the words, and then we'll talk about having those words with power, because I will imitate the way I said them the very first time, which wasn't a whole heck of a lot in my power. So I'd met somebody at an in-person event here in LA, talked to her like a few weeks after the event. I could hear she needed what I needed, or she needed what I have. Everything she said was on needing what I have. This was long enough ago, I can't remember exactly what she needed. But everything she was saying. But I didn't know what to do at all. I really liked this gal, but I had no clue. So, see you later, goodbye, talk to you soon, let's round up in a few months. And the conversation ended. So a few months later, I followed up with her. How's it going? What's going on? What's new? What's changed? She still is talking about all the things I can help with that she needs, and she doesn't see that I can help her. But I still don't know how to have that conversation. I think it's 6 months, yeah. It was that first interaction, then a 6-month follow-up, and then a year follow-up. So that third follow-up, a year later, she's been telling me for a year she needs what I can help with. This is where it was that you have to get out of your way in service to this other person who does not see that you can help her. But it's ridiculous that you're so worried, right? I'm so worried that I'm going to upset her that I'm not letting her in on the fact that I can help her with the things she says she needs. Gosh, isn't it funny how we can do that to ourselves? But I literally heard in my head as she regaled me with the things she needed I could help again, was you have to get out of your own way and you have to find a way to connect the dots. And what came out of my mouth, don't mimic the energy and the confidence here, guys, but the words pretty much are the same, well, I'm seeing about 14 ways that I could help you. I'm not 100% sure. I would definitely need to ask some more questions, but I think I can help you. That's pretty much what I said. And she said yes. And having done this numerous times and having had clients numerous times do this, believe you me, nobody has ever said no. They don't always become clients, but they always say yes to the conversation. So let me repeat that in with more power. Okay, guys? All you have to say is, I'm seeing about 7 different ways. You can exaggerate. Sometimes I like to exaggerate. Sometimes I'm exact. Sometimes I see 3 ways I could totally help you. So I see 7 ways that I could possibly help you. And I still need to know more. It's kind of just an inkling right now. But if you want, we can schedule a time either later, or if you have the time now, I can ask those questions. I can see if this is something I can really, really help with. Would you like to do that? That's it, guys. That's all you have to say. I see several ways I can help you. And I definitely would need to ask some more questions. It's just an inkling now. But if you have the time, we can talk about it now, or we can find a time to connect later. I'm giving y'all a few different versions here. But that's it. That's how it rolls. It's really that simple. And again, no one's ever said no to having that conversation ever. So I want you to try it. Would make me super, super happy if you try it, please. It is ninja level. I realize it takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of confidence to do it. I totally get that, y'all. That's why, I would just be so wicked happy for you to take that and go use it. Goodness, I'm trying to think, is there anything else about turning a friendly conversation into a sales conversation, if need be, if you're hearing it? No? Okay, awesome. So, I hope you guys are perfectly filled up from today. I hope you've gotten some good ideas, some good tools. I definitely hope you understand why conversations are so important and why these can be a bit fraught and tricky as we navigate all of this. I want you to understand the why behind everything for sure, guys. And that brain scramble, the mindset behind all of this, actually using that phrase, how to turn a sales conversation into a friendly conversation into a sales conversation. If that's making your head explode, as I say, and if you would just like to work more on your conversations and really dig into it, I would love to chat. I have a fantastic course starting in late September for Conversations That Make Money. It's all 7 conversations, and there'll be role playing, and we will customize your conversation to you 100%. And let me know. All you have to do is go to talkwithsarah.com and sign up to talk, and we'll talk. And if that program wasn't a fit, we'll see if something else is. And if nothing else, we will connect. I will rejoice and celebrate your work. And I will love to get to know you. And I hope, and usually when we end up on the phone, y'all love to get to know me too. So today's been really fun. The Magic Wand giveaway has been super fun. And I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.